So you went to school and got a computer engineering degree, worked your way through, saved your money. You're putting yourself through school at this age, and so now you've finished that. You've got your degree. What happened next?
Yeah, so 2000, I finished my degree. And even in the last year of college, so I stopped driving taxi over on the weekend and summer vacation. I started kind of building computers and selling it to people coming to my temple. And you're talking about 98, 99, 2000. So that's where I got a little exposure to kind of, being in that. I mean, now I go back and think, I'm like, I was very entrepreneurial then. I will go to
Yeah.
The the Indian market where there are a lot of Indian stores, people come, and I will just kind of use that as a platform to sell my computers. That I will go to computer show, buy all the components, assemble the computer, sell it. And because at that time it was compact, and that was like $2,500, $3,000 computer. And when you go to computer show, assemble it, and you can still make your margin and sell it for a lot less, and people were saving money. So that's how I got into computers. 2002, so 2000 I got my first job. And my first job, Larry, was they offered me $29,000 after my computer engineering. And this was a public relations firm, small, medium-sized business. And they were like, Sunny, first they were not giving me an off. I mean, they were like, Sunny, you have completed your computer engineering. We want to offer you a position, but I don't think we're going to be able to meet your expectations in terms of comp and benefits. That our budget is only this. And I'm like, when can I start working? I don't care about money at this time. I want experience. I want to get in somewhere. But just having that kind of drive, that passion to just get in and that door opening. And then I'm like, I'm going to prove my value. And I did that. And within 2 years, Larry, they moved my salary from $29,000 to $66,000.
In 2 years.
2 years.
Oh my, Sonny, it's a how did you have the insight? I need to know this. You're a young man, you have your degree, right? But you're young. And how did you have the insight to say, I don't care about the salary, I need the experience, I want to get into? What was going on in your head then to know that?
Yeah, so one, I just wanted to start. And that's one. And the other piece is that I'm just, humbly confident that I'm going to just work so hard, harder than anyone around me at work, that they will see it. And they will,
wow.
I'm sure that they will do they will see that, they will see my value creation there, and they will do the right thing. It was just I just wanted to start, even that fear of just sitting at home and then again not being able to give up my taxi over weekend. That was like, I just wanted to, that was like a upside for me. Even if it's $29,000, but it's a computer professional job, and it's a big deal for me. It's like, just having that status jump from taxi to tech was the one thing that I was looking at.
Wow. So you made that jump, you were in there, you were working hard, you were convinced that they would, I love what you said, your humble confidence that they would see your hard work. And sure enough, it did. They raised your salary. So kind of fast forward us now, what happened next?
Yeah, so that's where now, I'm working there full time, and it's like 5 days, 40 hours. And I'm like, I'm doing like a part-time job. It just doesn't look like I have, so 9 to 5:30 was there. So then what I did, Larry, for at least for the first year when I was just making 29K, I will come down, so there's a daytime taxi driver, nighttime. Even then, so 5 p.m. is the shift change. And so I will finish my shift upstairs, 47th Street, 23rd floor in New York City. I will come downstairs. The daytime driver will come bring cab there. I will drive from 5 to midnight and then go to work. That was that's how I was making, still making my take home with 29 from my computer job. And the rest of from like driving the taxi, kind of like a part-time. Weekends, I will do 12 hours, and weekdays, I will do that 5 p.m. to midnight. And still, I was taking home like $60,000, $70,000. And then it was like 2003 is when I was like, now this is, I don't want to do the taxi piece anymore. And I want to do more on the computer side. Again, that 40 hours was not giving me enough work. So then I took permission from my CFO that I was reporting to. I'm like, do you mind if I just kind of ask other small businesses if I can work for them over the weekend? And that's where,
Wow.
that's no problem, Ed. There's no conflict. We are a PR, a public relation company. If you want to do computer work for someone, there is no conflict of interest. So then I kind of started going to different floors in my building, other buildings next door. This is before September 11. You can walk into any New York City building and you get like 100 small businesses. And I will just go, drop, I printed some brochures just called Kaila Consulting, and companies not even registered. And I will say, hey, I'm going to charge you only $25. And the consulting companies at that time were charging $150 an hour. And I'm like, the only condition is I can either fix your computers after 5:30 p.m. or I will come over the weekend if it's a project, but you will only pay 25. So that's how I started kind of getting my
My goodness.
some of my clients myself. And when it was like, again, the service, that really being there for that person and serving from my heart,
Mm.
brought is like, word of mouth gave me so much business that I started making a lot more than my salary, just doing these, like law firms, marketing firms, on other floors, and they were kind of paying me, and it was, I was making more money than my job. And that's where I talked to the owner there, the CFO that I was reporting to, that hey, I want to do my own business, and I will not be able to work here. And he said, Sunny, we're not going to let you leave. We're going to be your client as well. Why don't you? We're going to give you this office here that you don't have to go get an office space. Our benefit is that in case servers go down, something goes down, you are here, but we're going to give it to you for free. And whatever salary we are paying you, but we're going to change you to 1099. Pay
Wow.
your company, but we want you to take us as your client. So they became my client, and I started taking care of their entire IT. And that's how, the business started. And then it was like, one tech, two techs, and the journey, that entrepreneurial journey, that taxi to tech entrepreneur journey started in 2003, Larry. And now we are a 500 plus people company on two continents, two continents, three different countries, and 4 locations.
Unbelievable. Sonny, you are amazing. And this story is amazing. I could just sit here and ask you questions and learn from you. Starting out as a farm boy, you were working on a farm as a child, all the way to this incredible business that you have now, and in multiple continents and over 500 employees. But in all of that, you've never lost your humility. You've never lost that sense of who you are. Why is that, Sonny? How have you accomplished such great things in this incredible company now that you lead, but yet you've kept that, you called it humble confidence? Why is that?
Yeah, I think that humble beginning keeps you grounded. And no matter where you go, you just got to be intentional about it. And now I go back at that time when I came here driving, pumping gas, driving taxi, and seeing other kids, in their nice cars and everything. And I'm like, God, why me? Why I have to go through this pain to really put myself through college, and why can't
Mm,
I get better life? But
mm.
now I thank every day. I thank God every single day that you have given me that life experience and journey, because that is
Wow.
what made me a better version of myself, better human being. And that pain gave me so much learning that kind of really keeps you, I mean, to me, that is what keeps me grounded. And also is that my overall business, I mean, life purpose and philosophy is serving humanity.
Wow, serving humanity. And that is exactly what you're doing. I have to say too now we failed to mention because along this journey you met someone very special to you, didn't you? Could tell us that story. And I know our time is fleeting, but I just have to hear about that special lady in your life. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so my beautiful wife, Cam, I met her through some connection with my father, was her uncle's best friend, and they
Oh.
kind of made an introduction. And then I went to see her in Seattle, Washington. She's from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And first meet, we we fell in love, and we got married in 2000, when the day of my, I mean, the my year of my graduation, yeah,
Wow.
99 actually, and is yeah. So we got married in 1999, and that's when we started journey. I was about to graduate semester before my computer engineering degree completion, and she came here. So she moved here after getting married to me, and she started. So she was completing her bachelor degree there in history, University of British Columbia. Then she finished that, and then came here and started going to college for her master's here at Rutgers, NJIT
Mm,
slash NJIT, the school that I went to, NJIT. And after completing that, she started teaching there. But then when business was growing, and I asked, I'm like, Cam, can you come help? So she started helping me at IT by Design, and we kind of then brought more power, that complementary skills that we have. And
yes.
so everything came together because we are together as a power couple and helping the organization grow to this level. And she is a major part of my life, my success. And I could not have done this without her, Larry. And
Mm,
your partner at home, and especially when you're working together as well.
mm,
So that whole success, that the life success, which comes from those four circles, your, of course, own personal, physical, mental health, to your family health, and your career health, and your kind of community legacy health. And if I was so lucky that I got a very smart and core values alignment wife, that we are
mm.
able to maintain those four circles of our life journey and traveling a very beautiful life together now.
Yeah, you used the term power couple, and knowing Cam and knowing you like I do through the years and watching your leadership, you are a power couple. You guys complement each other so well, and just do such great things. And at the same time, lead and nurture a precious family, right?
Yes, yeah, three boys. And again, God has been so kind,
Mm,
and we're so lucky, so blessed that
yes.
it's really, we got more than what I ever expected in life. And the
Sonny, it's
American dream, especially the American dream.
oh, the American dream, Sonny. You lived it. You are you, and it's so interesting to me that as a man of faith, you allowed that faith to drive you and to help you along the way and to make you who you are. But you've worked so hard to experience this American dream. What a hero you are, seriously, and that servant attitude, and you have impacted now so many others. Your legacy continues, and I want to ask you one more question before I know your time is fleeting. And but boy, this has been so rich, so good. Let me ask you one more question before I let you go, if I could, my friend.
Yep.
There are people. who are listening to this,
Yeah.
maybe across the world, and they are just like you. Maybe these aspiring leaders are in a season of struggle. Maybe they're just beginning. Maybe they're trying to figure things out. Could you help us? Give us some. What would you say to them? What are some things? Just two or three things that you would say. These are the things you need to know in order to continue to be successful as a leader.
Number one, Larry, is hard work. There is no substitute for hard work. You can always, yeah. So that's number one. And then, early on, if you can spend a little bit more time on discovering yourself in terms of your passion, and what are your strengths, your God-gifted abilities. So discover your passion and discover your unique ability, your God-gifted talent, and then hustle and learn and have that grit. That is, so take care of yourself, your health, and have that grit, hard work, and kind of leverage your passion and your unique strengths. That is so powerful. That will help you be valuable for other people, create value for other people. That when you learn how to create value and you start creating value, and it just compounds. More experience you get, more learning you get, your impact is gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. But at the center, humanity should be at the center. That will help you lead from heart. And of course, we all need head, but that's what worked for me. And the lifelong learning. So I always make sure that I spend a lot of time every single day learning and growing. And because that never stops. Where I am from, again, that farming to taxi to tech, and even giving up that $4,000 or $5,000 of income for 4 years to go to school, and rather than doing something else, that was that drive to learn. I think learning is so critical, so important to do well in life, because even today, in order for me to be the next level leader, I'm learning every single day. I'm learning and growing from all the opportunities with experiences that I get, and I dedicate every single day 2 hours to learn. So learning is key.
Wow. Sunny, you are seriously, you're an amazing leader, and you talk about leading with your head and your heart and crossing that line to go back and forth, and you do it beautifully. What an example. What a demonstration of what leadership is really about. Thank you for those tips. Thank you, though, for sharing your story today. You truly are an incredible man, husband, father, leader of your company. Your team is very blessed and fortunate to have you to sit in that seat of leadership, and you are proving to us that when you do things the right way, you can be successful through those things that you've just talked about with hard work and discovering your passion and leveraging those things and your uniqueness. And Sunny, you've taught us today. I felt like that, boy, we should, wow, well, this is such value that we should send out an invoice for school, because you have helped us so much. But thank you. I appreciate you. I want you to know that, and I look forward to our continued relationship. You certainly are crossing the line from your head to your heart, and you certainly are making a difference in the lives of others. Thank you, Sunny, for being with us today.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you so much.